all-wheel drive comes to the Sierra, courtesy of it going electric. So how do you know this is the electric version? Well, the front end, as you can see here, is different. In the internal combustion versions, you have that blacked out portion here simulating the large grille. Here, as with all EVs, it's given a body color and the black portion is actually down here. Pretty clever and distinguishes it really nicely from its internal combustion versions. Looks quite smart. Both of them look pretty cool, but what do you think? Which one do you prefer? Let us know, of course, in the comments. Now, the other bits, of course, you've got the DRLs on top here, the connected DRL. This Tata logo illuminated over here. And then right here, you've got your headlights and fog lights in there. Now, over at the side, things remain the same. And that's a pretty good thing because some of those elements that we've loved are all there. This sort of floating top at the rear. You've got that chunky C-pillar effect here created by this door bit. You've got the blacked out portion here as well, and here creating that wrap over glass effect of the original Sierra. How can you tell this is the electric version? Well, that's down here, Tata.EV badging and these aero optimized wheels, which is, well, pretty much standard on EVs these days. These are 19 inches, but you do have smaller 18 inches too. At the rear too, things remain the same. I'm not complaining. So you've got this really cool looking connected light bar here, the Tata logo down below. This being the electric, Sierra.EV, of course, the lettering here. Since we're at the rear, let's take a look at the boot space. Tata says it's the same as the internal combustion version, which means it's 622 liters, but that is still the roof, not measured to the parcel tray. So as you can see here, it's quite wide and fairly deep. Unlike the internal combustion versions though, if you look down below here, there is no spare. In addition to the boot at the rear, you have a frunk in front. It's about 55 liters and can take a max of 17 kgs. Okay, so the interiors remain pretty much identical to the internal combustion versions of the Sierra. So you've got your triple screen setup right here. You've got a 360-degree camera, including a transparent bonnet function. So there's a camera below that can show you what's underneath the car. Handy when you're going off-road, especially this being, of course, the all-wheel drive version. Now, other features, you've got an HUD here, which Tata says is like an advanced HUD. It doesn't just display static info. It can choose the relevant info depending on your driving situation and project that up there so you aren't distracted with too much of information. So that's on the HUD. The other features, of course, you've got dual zone climate control, you've got a wireless charger here, you've got a very slim and honestly not very usable cubby here. It's too narrow and too deep, but yeah, that's what it is. You've got extendable lips here for the seats, and the seats are, of course, ventilated. Now, in terms of the sound system, Tata says you've got Dolby sound system, and they've been tuned with JBL black speakers. So the audio should sound pretty stunning. It's got, of course, like in the regular Sierra, sound bar here as well. Other features, of course, you've got a cabin air purifier as well as an ionizer. You've got everyone's favorite, the big, large panoramic sunroof. And in terms of safety, there is, of course, a whole ADAS suite. You've got an emergency call. You also have 6 airbags standard, in fact, on all variants of the electric Sierra. Okay, so another cool feature is gaming. Now, you do have gaming, of course, in other cars. We've seen that. But what Tata says is unique here, and for the first time in India, is you can use your phone as a console. And you can do that for gaming, you know, with racing games and things like that. But you can also play games like Uno. So, for example, here, this is my deck of cards, and I can keep it a secret from my co-passenger, Tom, who's from the company that's developed this, So, for example, here, right now, it's my turn. I've got to play a yellow card. Okay. I'll do this, drag it here, and you'll see it drops down there. Draw 2, my opponent draws 2 cards. Now it's my turn again. Okay, no, that's a draw 2 for me. So yes, here you go. And I can play this here. And there you go, the 5 comes there. So it's pretty cool, it's pretty quick. Happy to see that. And like I was saying, it's nice to see that you have your phone as another controller, because it's a screen, so you can, you know, see your cards and things like that, and you don't have to poke at a screen. You can sit back in your seat and play games while your car is charging or while you're waiting for someone. So pretty cool, and I guess job well done. Now, in terms of space, it remains the same as the regular Sierra. So that means there's plenty of leg room, plenty of headroom as well. And what I'm happy to see is that the seating posture remains quite natural. You don't sit with the knees up position despite there being a battery down below. So Tata have managed the battery packaging quite well. Plus, of course, you can stretch out your legs under the seats there. Now, in terms of tech specs, the front motor makes 140 horsepower, the rear does 209 horsepower. Don't total those two up though, because both motors never output at their max at the same time. Tata unfortunately haven't disclosed what the combined figure is. The combined figure for torque, however, is 504 Newton meters. Now, on the two-wheel drive Sierra, your power from the rear motor is 238 horsepower and torque stands at 340 Newton meters. Pretty impressive stats, and this four-wheel drive version, Tata says, accelerates from 0 to 100 in 5.8 seconds. There are two battery options, a 75 kilowatt hour battery, and Tata says that is good for a range of 665 kilometers. That is the claimed range. However, in real world driving conditions, Tata says you should see 510 kilometers. There is also a 65 kilowatt hour battery, and that stands at 565 kilometers for the claimed MIDC range, and a real world figure of around 440 kilometers. In terms of charging speed, Tata says you can get the battery from 20 to 80% in about 26 minutes on a 120 kilowatt DC fast charger. So that is the electric Sierra. Prices begin at 18.79 lakh rupees. Deliveries begin 15th of July and bookings are open today.